What's he doing right now?
I'm setting up the YouTube.
Oh, I said, what is Country K doing right now?
Getting into his car.
No Mad Sticks today?
No, he's feeling pretty tired and stuff. He's been busy.
Yep.
Why is your light why do you can't see half your face?
Because I'm Two-Face, homie.
I don't know, that's a good thing.
Make me fucking get up. Shit.
Go ahead and start, Josh.
Hold on a second. Give me a second.
My bad.
All right. Y'all good? Let's get going. 5, 4, 3, 2. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the All Pro JAFFOs. This is episode 52. It is January 8th, 2020. We're coming to you live on YouTube from the Coach Nish Zoom room where we break it down while breaking ground. This episode brought to you by Groundbreaking Enterprises. Together we can form a groundbreaking solution. I'm your host, JP. Alongside me, as always, the quarterback, Mr. Caleb. And you can't see him, you can't hear him. He's getting into his car because he's always on the move. Mr. Country K, the 6'10 beast from the southeast.
Konnichiwa, people.
See, he's there. You can hear him. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started real quick, okay, these last few days have obviously been something pretty fucking hectic. All right. Now, obviously, we here do not condone the bullshit that happened this past Wednesday. Humble opinion, they're all terrorists. They should be put in jail, lined up, put away. Now, from here on out, ladies and gentlemen, let's just try and come together, right? Obviously, there was a time to remember and time to reflect on what had happened. Obviously, investigations are still going on. Arrests are still being made. But this is that time to be able to come together as a nation. Just wanted to say that really quick. We've definitely had our discussions outside of the show, where you feel very, very strongly about our opinions on this. But we're not here for that today. Today, in episode 52, Super Wild Card Weekend begins. The playoffs are finally here after a long and grueling Week 17 season. A season that not a lot of people really thought was going to be completed, considering COVID was running rampant. The NFL found a way to get it done, and the playoffs are now here. Tomorrow, for the Saturday games, there's 3 games tomorrow. We have the number 7 seed Colts against the number 2 seed Bills. We've got the Rams versus the Seahawks, and the Bucks versus the Washington football team tomorrow.
Well, we got one guaranteed W.
We don't know that yet.
Bills is gonna spank us.
You think so?
Yes.
For those of you guys who don't know, Caleb is a pretty big Colts fan. He did, in the beginning of the whole thing, want them to basically tank to get Trevor Lawrence, but obviously that didn't happen. They made the number 7 seed. Bills have been playing ridiculous lately.
They're like God tier right now.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously they're in Buffalo. Buffalo's first home playoff game since 1996.
Josh Allen is a freak.
It's going to be – but you guys have a decent defense. You guys have a pretty good front 4 or front 7. I mean, no hope. No hope there. Shouldn't have even been in this spot in the first place, in your opinion?
It's
34-21.
34-21? 34-21
or more. But I don't even know if we scored 3 touchdowns. Fuck.
What do you think, Kay?
I mean, that score ain't that bad. I mean, 21 points is commendable with old ass Phillip. You know
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know if we'll get 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, they over the Bills defense is playing kind of crazy right now, bro. And
The only way Colts come out on top is if Jonathan Taylor from college decides to show up. And he's been doing well these past couple weeks.
Yeah,
Jonathan Taylor does not show up and that O-line does not show up, and our defense is going to give up a lot of big plays, whether it's Josh Allen running or fucking throwing the ball 80 yards down the field to Stephon Diggs. And
I mean, to be honest with you, it's either for the Colts, it's either lose this week or lose next week. That's really pretty much the options.
Yeah, for real. Philip Rivers is not taking us to the promised land. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Who do you think will be the guy?
Huh?
Who do you think will be the guy? There's a lot of guys in free agency coming up. You know, Matty Stafford might get traded, Matt Ryan.
Honestly, I'm hoping we fucking trade up and get somebody like Justin Fields or something.
We're going to have to trade up far and a lot to do that.
I'll give up ass for that. We'll give up ass for that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know, man. What if the Colts fuck around and win?
I'm going to tell you right now, though, like, it's not really. They ain't got to trade that high because I'm going to tell you right now, Bill Belichick finna get Andy Dalton from the Cowboys. I don't give a fuck. That shit happening. I said Andy Dalton's supposed to go to the Patriots at the get-go. Watch. He get Andy Dalton. The Cowboys just made a better deal.
To the Patriots?
Yeah, Andy Dalton goes to the Patriots, bro. So the Colts might have a chance to be able to trade up. Because you got to think about all the teams that's drafting high. How many really need a quarterback? The Bengals drafting high, but they got Joe Burrow. They're not going to draft another quarterback.
Where does Cam go?
Yeah. Man, I'm going to be honest with you. Cam will have to do a lot of fucking keep sweating, boy. I'm not going to lie. He's going to be begging and pleading. Because that was a bad display this year.
Yeah, I don't know if he should stay on that schedule he's on.
Talking about the veganism?
That wakes up at 4.
Wakes up 4:20, out the house by 4:30, doesn't have a sip of coffee till like 8:30. That shit ain't working. He looked tired. Regimen. His legs look weak.
Yeah, he does look kind of tired.
Going into the fucking dirt. His legs is gone.
Yeah, well, he looks like he's shot putting that thing every single time.
He's got no legs anymore. That's where he was like so great at in North Carolina.
North Carolina. What the fuck are you talking about?
Carolina Panthers.
Auburn?
No.
Oh, you're talking about the Panthers.
The Panthers, yeah. He's talking about the Panthers. Isn't it North Carolina? So he's right.
Yeah. When you said North Carolina, I thought you were talking about the college for a second.
No. Everybody knows fucking it's Auburn. No, but when he was playing in Carolina, that's what made it so dangerous. He had like strong legs. And those shits was under him when he was throwing the football. Now they're under him, but like there's still nothing coming on that football.
Hey, he might fuck around and go to Washington, bro.
You know what? That's a pretty big option. Fuck.
Ron Rivera, because he don't fuck around. Ron Rivera pretty much took a couple of Panthers already. He went to the fucking Super Bowl with Cam, bro.
Yeah.
Cam did not have a defense like Washington got. If Cam go to Washington, bro.
But if Washington chose to get Kyle Allen over Cam this past offseason anyway, what makes you think that they would go after Cam?
Cam was off an injury. Cam was off an injury, and he needed to prove himself again. That was that's the difference. Cam was on injury, so if now Cam don't play the whole year, he just took his bumps and bruises with that shitty ass team. All right, all you gotta do is put him in the system. He got passes off. Cam got a lot of passes off that they dropped. Them boys was dropping the fuck out of the ball. So we can't blame Cam for that shit. Like a lot of that shit was his fault.
He had a lot of underthrown balls too, though.
Yeah, no, his legs was fucking shot, but it was a good chance that they weren't gonna go far anyway. They were gonna pretty much go the same distance if he was throwing the ball the right way anyway. Yeah. So I feel like that can be worked out, but the fact that he actually played a whole 16. Well, I ain't gonna say 16. He played over 10. You know what I'm saying? And he got a better chance to land in that Washington job because he played with coach already, and he'd be able to build himself up. Because he'll have some
better receiver.
You don't think Alex Smith is going to be the guy there in Washington?
I think Alex Smith fucked around and retire, bro.
Yeah, that's what should happen.
He's going to get comeback player of the year.
I know he's going to be comeback player of the year. He's going to get the fuck out of there.
I don't understand why he didn't even have that good of a season.
Just the fact that he came back from the leg injury,
with his leg and shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, he shouldn't even be walking. He almost died, from that shit. So, it's a pretty big thing for him to come back and actually start playing.
He definitely deserved that.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing horribly. So.
Yeah, I guess when the division's that bad, fuck.
Right. I mean that, and he could have won. He could have won 2 more games if he would have been in them.
Yeah.
And that one game that he went out, Dwayne Haskins shit the bed. Oh.
Dwayne Haskins fucked around and got cut.
I know, that was hilarious.
He got caught with a prostitute or something like that?
Was that what happened?
They cut him from the team. They released his ass.
I thought that I was going to say, I'm like, wait, what was the reason? What about it?
They released him 2 weeks ago. No, it was just performance.
Oh, I didn't know you could just cut a motherfucker like that. God damn.
They said we'll just pay you to get you the fuck out the door. That's the way they did for him.
Damn.
Yeah, he's still under contract. Man? They just drafted him a year or 2 ago.
I know he about to be the next Jamarcus Russell, except way earlier.
Shit. You don't even get a chance. What Tekashi 6ix9ine said?
I don't listen to snitches.
Stupid, you'll get the chance.
Caleb's like, I don't listen to snitches.
Hey, no, that shit. He said that shit on fucking The Breakfast Club or some shit like that.
He's stupid as hell.
That shit was fucking hilarious. That's all. And fucking Jesus and Mary use it all the time.
I can't. You can't come across hard with rainbow hair. I'm sorry.
And rainbow teeth.
Can't do it.
No.
Okay, how many tattoos you put on your face? I don't care how many times you fucking tat your face. It doesn't matter. Forever be fucking 10-ply.
Just fucking soft. Just soft. Well, getting back into the game real quick. So we talked about a little bit about the Colts and Bills. I mean, Caleb's obviously going to be picking the Bills. Kay's picking the Bills. I think Bills.
I got Colts. Fuck it.
You got Colts? Might as well ride it through the playoffs as far as you can, man.
Shit, bro. We ain't even going to stand up on the wave.
Just bodyboard it all the way down.
Hell no. Fucking skimboarding, smack face first into the beach.
That's going to be terrible.
Wet sand like cement.
Rams versus the Seahawks. The Rams have allowed 18.5 points per game this season, the fewest in the NFL. Their defense has actually been doing really well. Aaron Donald obviously is pretty much the king of the defensive linemen. In Seattle, you know what? I think I'm going to pick the Rams here in an upset. In a technical upset, I guess.
Honestly, if the Seahawks don't let Russ cook, they're going to lose.
That's what I'm saying. I think the Rams are going to be getting to him. Aaron Donald's going to be all over in this game.
If Russell Wilson doesn't throw the ball at least 45 to 50 times that game,
damn,
they're going to lose.
That many times, huh? No established no run game at all, huh?
Don't need it.
Don't
do
they
have one.
Don't have it. It's not even so much don't need it. They don't have it. That's what I'm saying. Going into the late,
need to be sensible.
Go ahead.
I feel like we need to be sensible about this and understand that Russell Wilson and what he does in the playoffs.
I get that.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying the way the Seahawks have been playing with Russell Wilson lately, how they're sitting there because Chris Carson is back and Rashad Penny. You know, they're sitting there sitting on the run game more often instead of letting him cook. Because when they were letting him cook, they had one loss. And as soon as Chris Carson came back, all their other losses came. You let that man work, they don't win. If they don't.
Yeah, it does that when he's driving. It goes in and out like that.
The playoffs. The NFC West is ass.
And when he comes back in to where we can't hear him, he says some shit like that. Yeah, so it's like, what the hell?
All right. Yeah.
Barely.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So what I said was that the NFC West is trash. I don't care what you're talking about. Russell Wilson was going to win that division already with the wins he already accumulated.
So, is Tampa Bay playing Seahawks next or somebody else?
No, we will play Green Bay.
Oh.
Is that how it's going to go?
Y'all are going to play Green Bay?
No, because I literally think the Rams win this game. The Rams win, they're going to play Green Bay, and then you guys would play.
Dude, I can see you to play.
If you beat Washington, you would play the Saints if they beat the Bears.
The playoff bracket is in the group.
Oh, it is.
I'm trying to tell you how it's lining up. So the Seahawks will play the winner out of the Bears and the Saints. And then we will play the winner out of those four.
Yo, how are the Bears still alive?
They won't be after this week.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're going to upset.
Oh, they went 8-8. They trash.
Fam, I'm telling you, they're going to upset the Saints.
Think so?
Yes. Yes, I'm serious. That D-line is going to
get both of you guys' faces back on here. I'm the only one on screen on YouTube right now. Come on now.
Sorry.
That is elite.
I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. But there's a lot of really good matchups going into the weekend, though. But I'm actually going to pick the Rams over the Seahawks for that game. Bucks and Washington. I'm going to laugh if Washington wins, but I think the Bucks are going to be too much for them.
Fam, if Washington wins that game, you gonna have a real problem. No, not you. I mean, like Universal U.
No, I mean like you're going to go on another fucking 45-minute rant on why your team is horrible. Getting rid of Byron Leftwich and shit.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So look, raise the team if your team has more than 10 wins.
No, that's not what we're talking about. Stop with that argument. Stop with that argument. We're not even talking. We're talking hypotheticals here.
We didn't even
try. Know the Bucks are gonna win. We're just laughing. We're wondering what would happen if the Bucks lost. You don't need to bring up everybody else's record. Enough with that shitty argument. You pull that shit every fucking week and it never gets any better. So let's just talk about hypotheticals, have some fun with the situation, and let's do that.
Hey, look. We don't even need energy. We don't need that energy around our team. Like we're talking about winning games over here. I'm talking about forcing the Super Bowl in Tom Brady's hand while he's in pewter. You feel me? Like that's what I'm thinking about. I'm not necessarily thinking about what if this team does this and that team does that, because they got no shot. They got no chance, sir.
Bruce Arians is gonna lose this game for you.
Byron Leftwich is gonna fuck it all up for you somehow.
And you will hear me on the fucking CNN news.
This is the game. This is the game that you guys need to use Ronald Jones, because Washington's pass rush is actually pretty damn good. So if you can actually get the run going, you won't need to have Tom Brady drop back and get hammered by Chase Young and sweat all damn day. So
yeah, no, a good game to get our defense confidence, because they offense is ass. Even though we don't have Devin White, we still got, and fucking, even though he ain't really fucking performed. Now I thought he was gonna perform crazy motherfucking Ndamukong Suh. You know what I'm saying? JPP, you know what I mean? We got players on defense and their offense is lacking. So I mean they get a chance too. Their defense ain't gonna be able to just score all the points. That's where it's gonna come in, where I feel like it's gonna be like we have to execute on offense or the defense gotta save our ass. That's pretty much what it comes down to this week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I'm saying, like, on either facet, I got faith that either we gonna execute and the defense gonna destroy them, or we not gonna execute and the defense gonna destroy them. So I have faith that my defense is gonna kill their offense.
Yeah, no, we do think the Bucs are gonna win this game. No problem. No problem. So that's the Saturday game. Sunday games pop up. You got the Ravens and Titans. You got the Bears and Saints, and then you got the Browns versus Steelers. We'll start with the Ravens and Titans. In this game, apparently, road team is 4-0 in postseason matchup history when it comes to the Ravens and Titans. When they play each other in the playoffs, whoever's the road team is 4-0. So are they hinting that the Ravens could pull this off against the Titans? Because we all saw what the Titans did to the Ravens last year in the playoffs. And they were on the road. But now that the Titans are at home and King Henry 2K, I don't know, man. I think that's going to get snapped this week. I think it's going to be 4-1. I think the Titans win.
I ain't going to lie. I ain't worried about that fucking stat, bro. That stat is trash.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's such a small fucking percentage. Like, that shit is butt cheeks, bro. Fuck no. Titans win. 28-21.
28-21, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like
or 24. 28-24. That's a good game.
I think it's going.
Lamar Jackson gets the ball to end the game. Game-winning drive, blows it by taking like a huge fucking sack because he's trying to do too much.
That's what happened to him last year.
Nah, bro, I ain't gonna. See, my Titans win, but I don't say not like that. I think Lamar learns. He'll take a big sack, but they just gonna lose because the Ravens don't have enough on defense to be able to cope with the Titans. That's how I feel.
Fair, yeah. Not only do they have a good running game in Derrick Henry, you also have fucking A.J. Brown and Corey Davis who've been playing lights out all year long.
And we're going 42-21 at the most.
Yeah, I think Lamar Jackson looks at a bunch of film from last year, and I still think he cracks.
just straight up thinks just.
He's bro.
Is
I'm
Lamar
telling
Jackson?
You,
is Lamar Jackson going to end up turning into one of those players who's like stupid good during the regular season but can't win the big one?
Bro, Lamar Jackson has literally been nothing but net all his life except in the playoffs. But that's because of his athletic ability that he's always had his entire life. So when they get down, if Lamar Jackson has to play from behind, it does not matter how many times he's fucking been there, he's going to shit the bed.
You know what's funny though? The fucking Ravens went from a quarterback that only played well in the playoffs to a quarterback that only played well in the regular season. I think that's the funny.
Oof. So I think we all agree Titans win this game.
Titans win.
Next one on the list, Saints and Bears. So Chicago has lost 6 straight games to New Orleans. This is what I'm reading here on NFL. Chicago's lost 6 straight games to New Orleans. The last win against them was Week 15 in 2008.
Who's starting for Chicago?
Trubisky.
They lose.
Oh yeah. I think Trubisky gets hurt.
I think he goes the distance, but I think he shits the bed every quarter. He throws at least one interception.
Or can the Bears think we need to put in the closer? We need to put in Nick Foles for the playoffs.
Trubisky's going to throw 3 interceptions in the first quarter. They're going to go with Foles, and then Foles is going to bring him back close, and then he's going to lose.
Oof.
No, I think the Saints win. I think the Saints lose. I think the Bears pull it off. I think he comes back and he wins. But that's all he does. I think he runs.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Philly was a fucking fluke, man. That shit was a fucking fluke. I don't give a fuck. I'm so happy that they won and they did it. You know, I mean, you can ask Josh. You could have seen me in fucking Reno. All right.
Oh, yeah, we were having a good ass time.
Happy as fuck. Okay. But that shit was a fluke.
I feel you.
All bad.
But I think he runs. I think he runs his tank dry.
We'll see. So.
Fuck it. Saints 42.
I thought I was frozen. So yeah. I was like
Saints 42. Chicago 9.
Oh, 42-9.
They lay it on them tomorrow.
Yikes.
Kamara's gonna have 3 touchdowns, 200 yards, maybe 300 all-purpose.
Damn. Damn.
He did that on Detroit. I'm not doing the Bears like that. The Bears got a good deal, and I feel like they're gonna get to the quarter.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the
They
Saints.
ain't gonna get to him quick enough,
to the running back. Like Alvin don't have yards. He never has yards.
Bro, he's gonna be catching so much shit out the backfield.
Yep. Facts.
I'm telling you, I agree with that, but I feel like Breeze gonna get hit by Khalil Mack at least once or twice, and he's gonna be fucking trying to check down everything.
Hell no, bro. That ball, the entire game, I think Drew Brees averages holding onto the ball maybe 2.5 seconds. The entire game. They're gonna be getting the ball out real fucking quick.
That's not enough time to get to
unless Khalil Mack gets a free range fucking hit on him, they just don't pick him up. It ain't gonna happen. They will double that man all fucking
Khalil
game.
Mack, bro. I don't think they're good enough to beat the Saints.
I'm telling you, I hear you, but I feel like the trap game, the Bears game, a trap game for them. Because, like I'm telling you,
we're in the playoffs. There are no more trap games. We talking money here.
Yeah, it is.
Saints gonna get that chicken.
Nah.
In the wise words of Marshawn Lynch.
But that kind of goes away from your point, though, right? You said there are no trap games. Well, that game where Marshawn Lynch went beastquake on the Saints, that was a trap game for the Saints. Everyone thought the Saints were going to blow out the Seahawks that game, and that's what happened.
This is not the fucking Saints.
I'm just saying, crazy shit happens.
But I ain't gonna lie. The Saints do got a way of fucking choking on some dick in the final quarter. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yes, they do.
They got history.
These last 4 years, they fucked up in the playoffs somehow, some way. Or actually,
I think
the refs kind of fucked them. The refs kind of fucked them in the other games, but the one where Stephon Diggs for the Minnesota Miracle, that was unexcusable. That was just terrible.
I'm trying to tell you.
The Saints about to dead that shit. I'm not gonna lie. They gonna come out and they gonna fucking fire off. I tell you.
What did you say, Kay?
They gonna fuck around and lose that game. That D-line gonna fucking destroy them. I'm telling you.
We'll see.
I'm telling you, they gonna pull LA Clippers. I'm telling you.
I'm just excited for the playoffs, man. And then for the last game for Sunday night, Browns versus Steelers. Roethlisberger, 23-2-1 career record versus Cleveland. Cleveland's without their head coach, without their top safety, without 3 offensive linemen, without Denzel Ward.
No, fuck.
I think they're fucked.
With.
They're fucked. There's no way the Browns win this game.
No.
Absolutely done. There's no way. So what? Were you about to make a case for like Baker Mayfield or some bullshit?
Hell no. Hell no. It'd be funny as hell if they beat them boys. They have all them players out. They have all them players out.
Hey, that would be hella funny though. No, people in Pittsburgh would be shitting bricks, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. Juju said some dumb shit, and I think the Browns might come out with some fucking angriness.
He did, huh?
He said the Browns is still the Browns.
He said it doesn't matter who's on their squad or whatever. This is basically lightweight.
Still the Browns. Damn.
They've been fucking.
I ain't gonna lie. They gonna come out in the first quarter smacking heads, right? But then they're gonna get fucking trenched, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They're gonna get fucking. Their face is gonna be in the dirt the rest of the game.
What do you say, Kay?
I said the all year.
Damn. So you think?
Hey, yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. The Steelers are playing a hurt team, and as we know, as long as the other team is hurt, they got a shot.
The Steelers been playing down to everybody they play against all year.
But no, that's what I'm saying. They haven't played a single game that they won where the actual other team was like 100% healthy. All their wins came from that. And all the games that they lost, those teams were 100% healthy, regardless of them being dog shit or not.
Yikes.
So, I think Pittsburgh rolls with this one.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's going to win this game, I think.
And then they're going to get stomped the next week by whoever the fuck they play. It doesn't matter who they play. They're going to get fucking absolutely dog raped.
Yeah. What do you say, Kenny?
I think the Steelers earlier this week. So, I mean, I think I'm going to stick with that based on all these players being out. But it'll be hilarious. Like, that's a game that you can envision. Because that's like...
So, I got Steelers... I got Steelers winning, but I'm rooting for the Browns just so I can say fuck you to Juju. Because I like Oregon, and he's from USC, so that guy could eat my dick.
It is what it is.
Ducks.
So
Duck Nation,
super wild card weekend, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna be fucking epic. Can't wait to talk to you guys about that going into divisional week on Tuesday. But they named the All-Pro team, first team All-Pro teams today on AP All-Pro offense. You have the quarterback position. You had Aaron Rodgers, running back Derrick Henry, 3 wide receivers Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, and Tyreek Hill. Tight end was Travis Kelce. Left tackle David Bakhtiari. Left guard Quentin Nelson, another All-Pro. Corey Lindsey for the center. Brandon Scherff for the right guard, and Jack Conklin for the right tackle. For the defense, the 2 edges, T.J. Watt, Myles Garrett. Interior defensive lineman, Aaron Donald and DeForest Buckner. 3 linebackers, Bobby Wagner. Fred Warner got his first team All-Pro. Darius Leonard, another All-Pro for him. Corners, Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard. For safeties, Tyrann Mathieu and Budda Baker. They had a co? So they had Budda Baker and Minkah Fitzpatrick. And then for the All-Pro special teams, the kicker was Jason Sanders. Punter was Jake Bailey. Punt returner, Gunnar Olszewski. The punt returner from the Patriots. Kick returner, Cordell Patterson. Special teams, just a regular player, George Odom, and long snapper Morgan Cox. So that's this year's 2021 first team All-Pro team.
We got 3 Colts in that motherfucker?
Yep.
Damn. He said the disrespect. Was there a Buccaneer on that line? On that offense? Was there even one Buccaneer in there?
No.
No.
Yeah,
no,
bro.
they disrespect
There was even a Niner in there.
No first team All-Pro players that came from Tampa.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I said no. It's disrespect. I'm not worried about it though. When we holding up the Lombardi, I ain't really going too much trip. So they were like, "Oh, y'all saying they all pros? None of these motherfuckers made the playoffs. Half of these motherfuckers ain't made the playoffs." And
Hold on. Before you start saying half these motherfuckers didn't make the playoffs, Aaron Rodgers made the playoffs. Derrick Henry made the playoffs. Devontae Adams made the playoffs. Stephon Diggs made the playoffs. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce made the playoffs. David Bakhtiari made the playoffs. Quentin Nelson made the playoffs. Corey Lindsey made the playoffs. Brandon Scherf made the playoffs. Jack Conklin made the playoffs. All first-team offense are in the fucking playoffs. Hey, let's go for defense. TJ Watt made the playoffs. Myles Garrett made the playoffs. Aaron Donald made the playoffs. DeForest Buckner made the playoffs. Fred Warner was the only one so far. Darius Leonard made the playoffs. Jalen Ramsey made the playoffs. Xavier Howard did not. Tyrann Mathieu did not. Budda Baker did not. Minka Fitzpatrick made the playoffs. Sanders, playoffs. Bailey, no. Gunner, no. Cordero, yes. Odom, yes. Morgan, yes. So out of that entire team, all-pro team, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the entire team, out of the entire first pro all team. 5 of them didn't make the playoffs. So I'm sorry, Kay, you're going to have to take that back and come up with a different argument because that's just not going to work.
Are you done?
They said the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are mediocre.
You said half of the guys didn't even make the playoffs. I just named you the whole list.
So am I going to be able to say what I'm trying to say? Like, look, most of those team players aren't playing next week. So the fact that they made the wild card game, okay, that they made the wild card game, they're going to be gone next week. So you're saying
Let's
all
see
that.
you talking. The Buccaneers by the lose.
That wasn't your argument. Your argument was whether or not they made the playoffs, not whether or not they're going to lose in the first round or not. That was not your argument. Your argument was half of those motherfuckers didn't even make it to the playoffs. That was your argument.
The first round of the wild.
First round or not, they made the playoffs.
Get an extra check. Okay, cool, but you're gone. They're going to be gone. So you're saying all of that.
Who are the Bucks playing again?
Washington.
I got Washington.
Going all in on Washington. This would literally be like the replacements.
That's fine. I knew it was going to come, so I'm not really worried about that.
All right, ladies, before we go, though, I do want to talk about this. There are rumors going around right now about Deshaun Watson. Apparently, he had been talking to some of his teammates about wanting to get traded. According to him, the owner told him that he would be involved in the general manager and the head coaching decisions. Well, they hired their general manager. Deshaun Watson never knew about it. So Deshaun Watson's pissed, and it looks like he wants out. The Texans don't have a first-round pick in this year's draft or next year's draft. If Deshaun Watson wants to trade and they're to trade him, I made a case, and I was telling Caleb this off the show, I made a case for the 49ers to go pick him up. And here's what I wanted to give him, okay? I would be willing to give up 3 first-round picks for him, including Jimmy G. Get Jimmy G out of here, move him to Houston so they can have a backup guy. If they want to draft a quarterback later on or whatever, they have somebody who's a decent starter. He's obviously not the guy who's going to win you the big game, but if he's healthy, he's a decent game manager. You give him 3 first-round picks, basically, which is fine for us because we still have – if you add Deshaun Watson – to the offense that we have with Debo, with Ayuk, with Kittle, Mostert, actually a pretty good offensive line, and a defense that, when entirely healthy, can stop pretty much anybody. Why do you want to go and make that move if you're the 49ers?
That would be a good, real threat. The only problem is, y'all would have to strengthen y'all DBs and stuff like that. Like, Richard Sherman old as shit, so you don't have to replace him out the gate.
Right. No, I get that. But what I'm saying is we can always go to free agencies, and we've been hitting in our second, third, fourth, and our mid-round picks. We've been hitting on those guys lately these last 2 years.
I was gonna say y'all should probably go and get some DBs in this draft.
No, right, but
your
what I'm
number
saying
one
is,
pick should be a DB.
I'm just saying if Deshaun Watson is there on the table to get traded, I would be more than willing to give 3 first-round picks because this year it's a top 15 pick. If you put Deshaun Watson on the team and everybody's healthy, we're a playoff team every fucking year. So those draft picks are going to be late first rounders anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But y'all first pick in this draft, whether if you do get Deshaun Watson, trade up ass for all that shit, and
the second round pick should be a DB. The first,
it's got to be a DB. It has to be a DB.
Yeah,
because Akello Witherspoon is not going.
No, I can't. He's fucking Allen from Remember the Titans, bro. He's a fucking liability on the field. He's a live. We need to get rid of that guy. What were you gonna say, Kay?
Get him out.
All I was gonna say is, y'all gonna have to give up this year's pick for sure. And 3 first rounds, that sounds about right. And I agree with Kelly. You got to get a DB. So, yeah, I mean, y'all gonna definitely be a part of the offense. So, y'all get Deshaun. It's dude, like Shannon Sharp said, like he's gonna be an MVP within the first 3 years.
And with Shanahan's offense, with Jimmy G, he's been limited. When he had Matt Ryan, he was opening up the playbook. Matt Ryan had an MVP season. He was able to do whatever the hell he wanted to. With Jimmy G, he's more limited. That's why he went to the run game. You got Deshaun Watson on your team, you can open it up to whatever the fuck you want.
You could flip it to side B.
Lethal.
You could flip that shit over to side B where we got all that quarterback runs and all that shit.
Just the fact that he can do it all. He can sit in the pocket and throw. He can make a play with his legs. He's all around a hell of an athlete. So I think it would be a highly necessary pickup if we got Deshaun Watson just entering his prime. He's only turning 25. You know, for the next 5 to 10 years with Deshaun Watson, the 49, bro, we could be hosting up at least 2 Lombardis with them. At least 2. Deshaun Watson on the 49ers offense with that top 5 defense, fucking deadly, bro.
Yeah, but y'all need to keep Greg Sala. If you guys don't keep Greg Sala, you guys are fucked.
If we don't keep Greg Sala, then we have to find somebody who's similar defensive mind, similar type coach.
That's what makes that guy special.
Well, exactly. That's why he's probably going to be a head coach somewhere. Because he's that good of a coach.
Bunch of fucking rookies and turned them into something fucking special last year. Okay, I admit that. But if y'all don't have Greg Sala next year, you guys are not going to have that top 5 defense.
We're not going to be, even if we did have Greg Sala again for next year, we're not going to be able to have him forever like that because he's going to get a head coaching job somewhere if he keeps doing that well.
Then y'all got to find
just how it's going to be. Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch have to be Greg Williams. No.
Hey, guarantee y'all be the hardest hitting team in the nation.
No.
In all the land.
Nope.
Look at that bounties. Ooh.
That dude was trying to hurt Frank Gore when he was with the 49ers. Fuck that guy.
Well, he's not anymore. So fuck that.
We can find another defense. What happened?
I'm telling you.
Would you have a different opinion on the 49ers if Deshaun Watson went to the team? Okay.
Y'all got right now, I think we could have potentially beat. I said with the team y'all got right now, I think we could have potentially beat y'all because if you think about if we are 100% healthy, because we still like BWA, you don't think he's a big player. He really is. He's a big player to that defensive line. He's been gone all year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and if, to be honest with you, O.J. Howard, I didn't realize how productive he was until we had to like let Gronk get into his form. So, I mean, we won 100%, and I feel like with a better O-line, like strengthened O-line, because we lost our center for the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gone. Like you know what I'm saying? We lost him. So, like, we got injuries too. So it's like I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like that's holding us back, because I'm still like we can beat everybody. Which I'm just being honest. I think we can, because we have bumps and bruises because it's based on certain situations. Like we had addition. Like we had an AB on the second Saints game. I was weary because I wasn't sure how AB was gonna come out, which AB I was gonna get.
Literally within the first 4 weeks, like the Niners had to replace what, like 11 players?
Yeah.
12 players?
The most
11 guys off the team?
The most injured team in the entire league.
Yeah. You can't compare that.
You had 5 players compared to my whole fucking team. It's like, goddamn.
Compare that on both sides of the ball.
Exactly. Like, goddamn.
You can't compare that.
But I'm just saying, bro, like.
What I'm trying to get you to understand is we'll still have those bumps and bruises.
Right. They do have their bumps and bruises,
but season ending and shit. Those are not bumps and bruises. Those are legit injuries.
Vita Vea was the only one who went out for the year, and your center. That was it. Those two, right? Everybody else had bumps and bruises off in the beginning and then came back.
That's not at all what I'm trying to do. I'm like, our injuries were more significant than yours.
No. I didn't take it that way.
You lost the whole team.
I didn't take it that way. He took it that way.
I'm still trying to get you to understand that y'all was not going to do that whole Super Bowl dance shit you did the year before. Like, granted, y'all went there and you did it on Kyle Shanahan's offense, but you literally did the exact same shit the Falcons did. You went there and choked it off. So no matter what, you're still that team that choked it off. That wasn't
the still that coach that choked it off too.
Been there, and ain't the only year Kyle Shanahan been here. This not the only year with the whole injured team in the Super Bowl. You also had this man before that. So let's not get it twisted.
So
granted, you got all
so
these
answer
players,
me this.
y'all got all these top players and stuff like that, but they also have tape on most of them rookies. Like Bosa, he was a fucking rookie, bro. Like, come on, dog. They got tape on them. They got a whole year in tape. And let's not, come on, you got a good team.
Answer me this.
Most of those players were unknown. A lot of those players
Listen, okay. Bosa may have been a rookie, but there was nothing anybody could have fucking done against that guy. Why? Because it doesn't matter how much tape you ran on him, he was still going to beat your ass. Had he not got hurt this year, he probably still would have continued to beat people's ass. He's a consistent guy. Rookies and stuff like that, all that. Everyone has tape on all these guys since fucking college. They know how these players work. Okay, they know how this stuff goes. They were high. Most of them were high draft picks. What I'm trying to say is that you add Deshaun Watson to this team, I'm sorry, your Bucks don't fucking stand a chance, bro. Not at full health. Not even at full health on both sides. Your team wouldn't stand a chance. I don't even think the Chiefs would be able to stand a chance against that type of team.
That's stretching it.
The Chiefs, the only reason why the Chiefs won the Super Bowl is because, like you said, they weren't running the ball, they fucking choked it off or whatever.
Most of those players are young.
The defense was actually holding them their entire time up until that fourth quarter.
All that stuff about your team and all that and your offense, but most of those players got shut down because it's tape on them. You lost a lot of players, granted, but some of those
for the whole year, so there's no tape. We lost them early in week 2 and 3.
What I'm trying to get you to understand is it's gonna be the same thing. Next year, y'all gonna make it to playoffs and you're gonna get knocked off. You're gonna think you have all these top players, but most of them only got 1 year. They got hurt this year. They got 1 year tape only 1 year tape. in the NFL. College don't fucking matter in the NFL, dog. It's the NFL. They got 1 year tape. So what I'm trying to say is, hey, bro.
What I'm trying to tell you is with Deshaun Watson on the 49ers, it doesn't matter how much fucking tape you have on that team. You're not winning.
More experience, I'm going to be able to have these young players.
It's hard to make that argument just because you had tape. Patrick Mahomes has been in the league for 4 years. People got plenty of tape on him. They still can't stop him. Tyreek Hill's been in the league for 6+ years. People got plenty of tape on him. They still can't fucking stop him. Kelsey's been in almost 10. They have plenty of tape on him. Still can't stop him. Okay, I'm trying to tell you right now, if Deshaun Watson was a San Francisco 49er, doesn't matter how much fucking tape you have on any of them, you're not going to beat that team. Period, bro. Because guess what? The Tampa Bay Bucks, they got Tom Brady this year. They may even have him next year. But guess what? We'll have Deshaun Watson for the next 5 to 10 while Tom Brady falls off. Once he retires, guess what, Bucks? You're back to where you were before Tom Brady. See you later. You ain't going to be in the playoffs no more unless you guys find some sort of quarterback. So you better enjoy Tom Brady while you can. Because if we get Deshaun Watson, that's 5 to 10 years and hosting 3, maybe even 4 fucking Lombardi trophies, bro. I'm telling you right now. You can give the Bucks all the credit they want, Tom Brady, right now and maybe even next year. But after that, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a deadly, deadly time in the NFL and the NFC. Nobody's going to want to play the 49ers if Deshaun Watson goes to San Francisco. Nobody's going to want to play the 49ers.
I'm sure. I'm trying to tell you, like, you really sleep on my team, and I didn't get.
No, hey, this is what I'm telling you.
You were saying they have all those years.
I told you before Tom Brady even got to the team, the only reason that was fucking you guys up was because of Jameis Winston, okay? Jameis Winston was fucking it up. You got Tom Brady for the next 2, maybe 3 years if you're lucky. You have him this year, next year, and maybe the 3rd if you're lucky. After that, Tom Brady's gone. You're going to have to find another quarterback. And guess what? You're in the same position you were then as you were when you had Jameis Winston. Mike Evans is going to want more money by that time. Godwin's going to want more money by that time. You're not going to have AB anymore. You're not going to have Gronk anymore because he doesn't want to play with anybody else but Tom Brady. And the same thing with Antonio Brown. You're not going to be able to pay both Godwin and Mike Evans for that offense. So that's gone. Rojo's going to turn into an elite running back. You're going to have to pay him too. So Brady's gone. You're going to have to pay a running back and 2 wide receiver ones. How are you going to be able to do that? Oh, and on top, your defense, you're going to have to pay Vita Vea because he is as important as you say to that defense. Again, you're going to have to pay Levante David. You're going to have to pay Shaq Barrett. You're going to have to pay all these guys. You're not going to be able to
Firstly,
your team is
you
built
saying
to
all
win
this stuff
right
about
now.
my team, and you don't even know when all these contracts are up. Chris Godwin's contract is up this year. Rojo's contract is up in 2 years. We're able to pay them if we're able to pay Chris Godwin after this season. So we pay Chris Godwin after this season. Like, I'm trying to tell you, they'll take a pay cut to save another year with Brady, and they'll figure out getting another quarterback.
After Rojo Brady, then what?
Paid. But what you're saying all of this negative stuff. I didn't expect Gronk to be there that long for my team. Even when he signed, I'm not like, oh yeah, we're gonna have Gronk for all these years. No, we're gonna have Gronk for as long as we got Brady, which is fine because that gives OJ Howard to learn from Gronk. That gives Cameron Brate to learn from Gronk.
Who's to say you'll have them by then?
We can lose Gronk and still be good at the tight end position. You're saying all of this stuff, like, I'm trying to get you to understand. LeBron got paid last year. You're saying all of this stuff. Devin White got drafted last year. So we still got another 2 years before we got to pay him. Shaq
exactly,
got
2 years. That's when Brady's
like, I'm trying to get you to understand all of these.
You're filling up my timeline for me.
After Brady is gone.
When Brady is gone, like you just said. Okay, you just said you got guys that you're going to have to pay in the next 2 to 3 years, which is when Tom Brady's gone. So when Tom Brady's gone, you have all these guys that you need to pay to be able to make sure that your cap room is good. It doesn't matter if you pay one guy this year and another guy next year. You still have to make sure that the cap works out. If in those 2 to 3 years with Brady gone, you have all of these top guys, how are you going to be able to pay for it? Chances are you won't be able to. So your team is built to win right now or in the next 3 years. That's how the team is built. What I'm trying to figure out for your sake is how do the Bucs keep it on, and how do they pay that many star quality guys?
Are you willing to listen to that answer? I'm trying to get you to understand that most of those players are already under contract. Levante's already under contract. Chris Godwin's contract is up this year. Mike is already under contract. Like, you saying all this stuff, Brady's gonna be gone. They still under contract. Like, you saying all this stuff, I don't know what you're talking about.
They're under contract. Okay, they're under contract, but how are you going to pay these other guys and stacking on top of the contracts that are already there? You don't have the cap room for that.
Our DBs are all rookies and second-year players. Like, all of our DBs are basically second-year players. They're all young as hell. So our offensive line, like, what Ali just got paid. I mean, I think he just got paid, I think. But Tristan's he's a rookie. The other guys we just signed, like Donovan Smith, he just got paid, I believe.
Wait a minute, wasn't it a couple of weeks ago where you said Worth isn't what you panned him out to be?
Yeah, because he's young and he was losing the top players. He's losing the battle against top players. That's what we signed. We drafted you that early to win those battles, but you still got to go through your bumps and bruises. Okay, cool. You got a whole season under your belt. We're going to see what you do against Washington, which has a top D line, which they didn't get no recognition. Everybody knows Washington D line is nasty. So that's all I'm saying. Like, the stuff that you doubting this stuff because Brady's old and all these other players you think they know. Brady's on a 2-year contract this year and next year.
Right.
It's all to be there. Brock is already getting old. We got OJ. We drafted OJ Howard. Why not utilize? We drafted this tight end early, and we got Cameron Brate. He's a very good tight end.
So what I'm trying to tell you, all of these great players that you're listing off, that's on the Bucs right now. Okay. You're not going to be able to keep all of those great players and be able to be within the cap. If they're that good, then they deserve big money. You can't give every one of your players on the team big-ass contracts.
Yeah, but when you have a quarterback like Brady that will he's convinced other players for the Patriots for 20 years to take less money. You mean?
Yeah, but this year he took $30 million. He didn't take a pay cut this year.
What?
The Bucs lose Chris Godwin this year in free agency. They ain't gonna re-sign him.
I don't think we lose Chris Godwin. I think we keep Chris. I think Chris just takes less money. He gave up his jersey for Brady.
But how do you know? How do you know Chris Godwin would be willing to take less money? How do you know that?
This is the first
Brady didn't convince anybody else to take a pay cut. Belichick made people take a pay cut, and Brady took a pay cut in order to get those rings. Right now, he's not taking a pay cut. He's making $30 million. Next year, he's going to be making $30 million. So he's not taking a pay cut anymore. He's not at that level. He's at the level of, I'm the GOAT. I'm not taking a pay cut for shit. But so how do you know that Godwin or any of these other guys whose contracts are going to be up soon would be willing to take a pay cut just to play for Tom Brady for 2 years, for this year and next year? Why would they be willing to do that?
You win a Super Bowl, you have they see that all we have to do is get a good quarterback to go further than what the fuck we did with Jameis.
So then what do they got to do? Do they just sign 1-year contracts, and then after when Brady's gone, then they can sign their long-term deal? They're not going to structure a long-term deal for just like these 2 years and on. That it's not going to work that way. They're going to want to get their money. They're going to want to get paid.
Why are you trying to spread this on my team, but your team does not have that problem? That's my only confusion.
We haven't even brought it up. I could even go off of it right now. We already paid the shit out of Kittle, but with that whole thing with Watson, that's why I said send Jimmy over there so we get rid of that contract. Watson's contract would actually benefit our cap space for the next 5 years if we got Deshaun Watson. He would actually take up less cap space than Jimmy G would have taken up. That's why I say with Deshaun Watson, we'd be actually being benefited into getting less money to have to pay out. And then we've already paid Kittle for the next 5 years. We're going to have to pay Ayuk with it. You know, he's a rookie this year. If he continues to do well, you know, within this 4-year time, we're going to have to pay him too. Debo in the next, you know, after his sophomore year, he's been hurt. So his 3rd and 4th year after that, if he continues to do well, yeah, we're going to have to pay. We're going to be in the same exact dilemma. What I'm trying to figure out with your team right now is we have a plan for the next 5 to 10 years, and we've had everybody's with contracts signed to be able to benefit our cap space for the future. And if Deshaun Watson came to the team, we can do that for the next 5 to 10 years. You have guys who will be taking max contracts because of their status as the wide receiver. You got 2 basically top 5 wide receivers on your team. You really think those guys don't deserve max contracts, or they're going to wait for their max contract when they can go somewhere else?
And that's an assumption only.
But it's also an assumption to think that they will take the pay cut.
I ain't gonna lie. With Belichick and Brady, when they were talking about taking pay cuts, it was Brady and Belichick's way or the fucking highway. Like, if they didn't want to take the pay cut, bye-bye. That's it. They didn't give a fuck. They got rid of him. Welker didn't want to take a pay cut. I don't care how many Super Bowls we won with Welker. He's gone.
Anybody who wanted to ask for more money and get paid always got cut with the Patriots.
Was gone. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, because they were like, we got Tom Brady. It doesn't matter. We can win with anybody.
That's a different.
Tom Brady's going to be – honestly, he plays next year, and then he's done.
It's fun. Like
there's no longevity with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think is what Josh's whole fucking emphasis and all the bullshit that he's been talking about is he's basically saying the Buccaneers aren't going to have any longevity with their team.
I understood it the first time.
This year, next year, and then that's it.
That's wrong. Brady, I'm trying to get you to understand. It was the same team before Brady, and it's going to be the same team a couple years after Brady. Like, I'm trying to get you to understand that. Like, it's going to be the same.
What quarterback are you going to get that's going to be throwing 40-plus touchdowns like Brady did?
Who the fuck knows, fam? I can't predict the future, but what I can predict is that.
That's what you were just trying to do right now. I was going under an assumption going, what can you do to make sure your team has longevity? That's what I'm trying to find out. You're going to have no quarterback. You can have all the best players you want. If you don't have a quarterback, it doesn't matter. We've all figured that out with Jameis Winston when he was with the Bucs. All the great players and did nothing. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. After Brady, what makes you think that any of those players are going to want to stick around to try and basically rebuild with a different quarterback? What makes you think they will do that?
Here's your answer. First round, 32nd pick. That's your answer. So while you sit here not understanding that, yeah, we can win the Super Bowl, but we can end up drafting Lamar because they skipped on a player. And he'd be a quarterback because we're trying to fucking segue to our future. He can learn under Brady for that 1 year on how to manage and how to teach. Like, because Brady
is there a Lamar Jackson in this draft right now that's going to drop all the way to 32?
Well, I'm not. I want to be all the way honest with you. I didn't look at that much college football this year, and nor have I looked at the
Here's your answer. There is no other players that are like Lamar Jackson that are going to drop to 32 this year or even next year. Those types of mistakes, because of that happening to Lamar Jackson and stuff like type of guys like that get passed up on, people look at that. That ain't going to happen again. So what I'm trying to ask is, what makes you think that you are going to find a quarterback that's going to take you to the promised land at pick number 32?
Let me let you know right now, you're so wrong. Brady was drafted in the 6th round. Dak was drafted in the 4th. Neither one of those Anomalies.
You mean to tell me you're going to find a – and first of all, the team that drafted Tom Brady wasn't your team, so you didn't find that anomaly. All the QBs that you had were misses. All of them were busts, okay? How do you know that you are going to find the anomaly in the next few years' draft? You don't. That's why I'm trying to tell you, unless you guys do something within next year, in this draft,
because I ain't gonna lie.
Next year's draft, if you guys don't do anything longevity-wise, it's not going to work out. It's bottom back to the top again.
You want your team to be so superior, you're not even willing to understand that you are not going to be that, and another team can be. Like, you're not even willing to understand that. You just sat here and went on this anomaly rant, and you were wrong.
Okay.
You were flat-footed wrong.
Okay.
I just sat here and gave you 4 players that's playing right now that were not drafted in the correct spots.
I just explained to you how, if the 49 again, this is all under assumption. I just explained to you how if the 49ers ended up getting Deshaun Watson, how that would be able to work longevity-wise for 5 to 10 years based on how all the you haven't been able to tell me anything on how they can go longevity. You've only been able to tell me how they can do with Brady. You haven't been able to tell everything that you have said after Brady, the whole we can find the quarterback that you don't know. It's always been hit and miss. Since you guys didn't even have a good quarterback when you won the fucking Super Bowl with Brad Johnson. He wasn't no elite quarterback. So technically, the Tampa Bay Bucks, historically speaking, have never, since, until Brady, have never had a top 5 elite quarterback. Deshaun Watson going to the 49ers, he is right now considered a top 5 elite quarterback at the age of 25. That's why I'm trying to tell you there is longevity with Deshaun Watson, 5 to 10 years worth of longevity. Only 2 years worth of longevity for Tom Brady. And you haven't been able to explain to me how you'd be able to get past that. Everything else past that is all assumption and hearsay. At that, we'll wait and see what happens. But what I've tried to tell you is, I'm not trying to say that my team is going to be
hearsay saying that my players are under contract. How is that hearsay? How is that hearsay?
Okay, you have certain players that are under contract, but once your other good guys are having their contracts up, they're not going to want to play with another team without Brady. If they're here ring chasing, why are they going to stay when he leaves? If you're there to win Super Bowls and take a pay cut, when Brady leaves, guess what? Super Bowls are gone. Are you going to take the pay cut still? No. So what's the plan? Win now and suck for another 10 years? And wait to see if another GOAT quarterback comes up?
That's ass. They had a quarterback that was terrible. So they played through the fire. Now they're playing with Brady. There's a difference between the two. They sat here and understand what it is to play on a shit team, to not make the playoffs and not having hope of making the playoffs. So that's the difference. They would keep that nucleus together. Those players know what family means to football. So yes, you will have some players that will want to leave to go get their money, but most of our nucleus, they're unselfish and they want to play for each other and play with each other. That's the difference. Like if y'all got that whole family stuff with your team, it's the same thing in my team. Same thing.
We will see as the future comes, but nonetheless, the playoffs are here. and Super Bowl is getting closer, and we'll find out after this weekend who's moving on to the divisional rounds. Thank you guys for joining us in this conversation. If you were with us here on YouTube, we'll get this episode out to you guys tomorrow for audio on Spotify. Don't forget to go check us out on Twitter, the JAFFO's AP, and Pernada Rose Productions at Alpha_PBP. Go to the Instagram account. You got PBP Sports, and then Facebook, Pernada Rose Productions, as you know, and go to the group page for the JAFFOs. Caleb, he's a ghost on social media. You'll never be able to find him. Kay, where do they find you, bro? You find him at Country K 863, spelled KOUNTRY. Oh, he actually just got out. He probably lost signal or something. Country
or he's
K.
mad as hell.
I probably pissed him off a little bit right there. But Country K 863, you guys know where to find him. Country K, don't forget the K. Use that hashtag when you talk to him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us. We will see you guys on the Tuesday recaps. For myself, JP, for the quarterback, Caleb, for Mr. Country K, and Mad Sticks, who unfortunately couldn't be here today. We'll see you guys on Tuesday.